So I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I've been seeing, especially over the last 2 years, a lot of these showdown slates be absolutely goofy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna get into specifics. Like, I mean, we all experience it. We're DFS players. We know exactly what I'm talking about. All the crazy shit happens. You get third string tight ends getting touchdowns. You got, you know, second string running backs running for 100 and fucking 10 yards. All types of stupid, goofy shit on these showdown slates. So, with that being said, my advice is if you're gonna play, play a few lineups where you could cover your bases. If you can. If you can't, good luck to you. Because if you're playing 1-2 lineups, it's gonna get harder and harder to cash. And I've been watching this, and I've been keeping it to myself. But over the last 2 years, it's been getting crazy. You be seeing teams, they got their fucking wide receiver 4, 5, and 6s out there catching balls. For what? That's why the wide receivers 1 and 2 be out there complaining and bitching because you're fucking passing the ball to everybody. Why? But I mean, we know why, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. Listen, we got the fucking Eagles and the fucking Giants. And with all that I just said, I won't be surprised if the fucking Giants kept it close. I wouldn't even be surprised if the Giants won. Why? Because this is a fucking isolated showdown slate. What am I insinuating? I'm not saying shit. Y'all play DFS. Y'all know what I'm saying. Alright, we're gonna start with my MVP. Obviously, Barkley. Oh, another thing. If you've been watching me, been following me all these years, when it comes to showdowns, I keep my player pool tight, like a virgin. You know that. But lately, with the way the NFL been unfolding and the way these slates been unfolding, I've been broadening my horizons by playing, cheaper guys. I've been going a little bit top heavy in the captain. Like, for example, I never would really play Barkley or Hurts in my MVP spot. I'd play like a, you know, kicker or something, or Wandale Robinson or some shit like that. To give me a little bit more flexibility in my other spots. But lately, what I've been doing is I've been paying up for quarterback or running back or whatever it is, and then I've been playing the cheaper guys at the bottom. That's what I've been doing lately. Um, you just gotta spread it out. Play as many lineups as you can. Cover your bases. Cover each scenario you think these games are gonna go. That's the only thing I can tell you because this shit is out of hand. All right, we got Barkley up top. MVP, obviously, great choice. Jalen Hurts is always a great MVP because he can run it in himself. He's not always gonna look to dump it off. So I'm always comfortable playing Hurts my captain spot or MVP spot. Dart, I mean, I can see Dart having a good game, but you got to think about what's the pathway to him having a good game. He's gonna run it in a few times. Who's he gonna pass it off to? If he has a great game, if he's running it in the end zone, what is Scatterbo doing? You gotta think about all these scenarios, and that's how I make my lineups. I have a game script. I play players to reflect it, and then I just hope for the best. All right, Barkley, Hurts, Dart, MVPs. Scatterbo, I don't mind, but I don't think I'm going there. AJ Brown, we got a disgruntled employee in the building. Um, I know I know some people are probably gonna expect him to have a big game because everything is down on him right now. Uh Me personally, if I'm your quarterback and you're bitching and crying after a win, I'm not throwing you shit. That's just me. And I'm an asshole. You know, I don't know how Jalen Hurts is, but this is not the first go around with this AJ Brown Hurts fucking drama or whatever it is. We dealt with this last year. So I'm not going to go out my way to play AJ Brown, but that notion that he'll have a big game because of all the shit he's going through is not far fetched. And if I do play extra lineups, I have no problem playing the AJ Brown captain lineup. You feel me? Devonta is in play. I call Devonta my wide receiver 1 now and AJ Brown wide receiver 2. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being petty. Fire me up some Devonta Smith in my MVP spots, and Goddard. I like Goddard's targets, and Elliott the kicker. That's my MVPs. I'm not gonna stray out of there. Maybe if I'm playing an additional lineup, I'll throw Wan'Dale Robinson in there, but nah, I'm not gonna do all that. All right, before we get to the flex, if you're new here, welcome. I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, you need help, you want me to send you my finalized optimal updated lineups right before lot, no problem. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open. Everything else is in the description. Let's get to flex. So flex, to save some time here, flex is obviously going to be the guys that I like for MVP. We're going to go with, we mentioned Goddard, Wan'Dale Robinson we mentioned. We have McAdamy, the kicker for the Giants. I mean the kicker for the Giants. You just got to make sure, we want to make sure that he's starting and not cool, because I know both of them are. And last I checked, both are on the active roster. Last time I checked. What's this fucking guy's first name? Theo Johnson's in play because he gets end zone targets. What else? Maybe Bellinger if you're desperate for value. And I don't think I'm going to go outside of that. So it's going to be another very tight player pool. I've already made lineups with the exact players that I just told you about. If there's someone else you're interested in and I didn't mention him, maybe I overlooked them, no problem. Just throw it in the chat. Absolutely no problem. Sometimes I might overlook some people, but I absolutely keep my player pool tight for all showdowns. Listen, I've held y'all long enough. I appreciate y'all taking time to watch the video. I'm going to go on and get out of here. Any questions, throw it in the chat. And I think I'll see y'all later. Ciao.